Amada Shiro was just an ordinary employee, weary of his monotonous life as a salaried worker. Frustrated, he decided to quit his job and move back to his grandmother's house. While there, he stumbled upon a hidden storage room. To his amazement, when he opened the door, it revealed a portal to another world. Shocked, Shiro closed the door, thinking he was simply dizzy from overworking and imagining things. But curiosity got the better of him, and he opened the door again. This time, he stood in awe at the sight of a mystical forest on the other side. Could this be the secret his grandmother had hinted at 7 years ago? Shiro's grandmother had disappeared 7 years earlier, and was officially declared dead last month. This tragic event prompted Shiro to leave his city life behind and return to the countryside, aiming to live a simpler life of farming and fishing. Back in the house, Shiro found a letter next to his grandmother's portrait. It was addressed to him. In the letter, his grandmother unveiled an old secret, highlighting 6 crucial points. 1. A wardrobe that connects to a world called Rafar. 2. The existence of magic spells and strange sorcery. 3. The presence of dangerous monsters in Rafar. 4. Various species and humans coexist in this world. 5. A ring left in the envelope that allows Shiro to understand the language of Rafar. 6. Instructions to wear the ring and read a book inside the wardrobe. Overwhelmed by this flood of information, Shiro sank to the floor. After processing everything, he opened the 2 books mentioned by his grandmother. They were filled with dense text that he couldn't comprehend. Remembering her instructions, Shiro quickly put on the ring. Although he could now read the words, they still didn't make sense to him. Suddenly, a voice in his head announced that he had acquired the skill of equivalent exchange, startling Shiro and causing him to fall to the ground, bewildered by this new revelation. The experience felt straight out of a novel or game. The voice spoke again, informing Shiro that he had gained the skill of collection. Realizing the voice would chime in whenever he acquired something new, Shiro finished reading his books, still unsure if he should risk exploring this new world. It was already late, so he decided to set off the next day, planning to buy some supplies first. The following morning, Shiro stood before his grandmother's altar, praying for guidance and company. With a large bag in hand, he stepped through the wardrobe door and emerged in a bustling urban area. After half a day of walking, his stomach growled incessantly, forcing him to slow down. He noticed a vendor enthusiastically advertising grilled rabbit meat for just 3 coins. Unfortunately, Shiro didn't have any local currency. Hungry and disappointed, he inquired about the price before walking away, listening to people behind him praise the delicious aroma. Shiro couldn't help but salivate, regretting his inability to taste the food. Frustrated, he looked up at the sky and pulled out 42,000 yen from his Japanese leftovers. Suddenly, the yen transformed into a series of different coins in Shiro's hand. Disbelieving, he rushed back to the vendor, holding out the coins to confirm their validity. The vendor, though initially looking at him like he was crazy, guessed Shiro might be from another country and smiled kindly. Realizing this was the skill of equivalent exchange at work, Shiro ordered 3 skewers of meat and received a 1-coin discount. As he ate, he silently thanked the vendor for his generosity. His first meal in this new world tasted bland, reminiscent of the dull emotions of an ex-lover. He wondered about the money he had just exchanged. Shiro wondered if his skill could also convert the foreign coins back into Japanese yen. To his surprise, when he activated his skill again, the foreign coins transformed back into yen. Excited, he realized this ability allowed him to exchange any currency from any world. He contemplated the wealth he could amass in this world and then take back to Japan. To test it, he converted 10,000 yen, which produced 1 silver coin. Each regular coin was equivalent to 100 yen, and 1 silver coin was worth 10,000 yen. He now had 2 silver coins and 34 regular coins. When he showed one of the silver coins to a vendor, the man shook his head in disappointment, explaining that his shop wasn't large enough to make the exchange. Undeterred, Shiro slung his backpack over his shoulder and walked away. Observing the vendor's reaction, he deduced that his money would suffice, allowing him to explore the city freely. He wandered through narrow alleys leading to the main street, delighted by the variety of faces he encountered, even spotting a girl with cat ears. As he took in the curious glances from people around him, Shiro examined his own attire. Suddenly, a little girl carrying flowers approached him. She looked like a schoolgirl and wanted to sell each flower for 3 coins. Seeing Shiro's hesitation, she quickly reduced the price to 2, then 1 coin. Without much ado, Shiro picked a yellow flower and paid the original price of 3 coins. The girl was astonished and agreed to Shiro's condition when he asked for her name. She introduced herself as Anna, and the two exchanged introductions. Through Anna, Shiro learned valuable information about the city. They were in the Nino-rich district of the Julum Kingdom, where the currency was divided into 3 units. 100 regular coins equaled 1 silver coin, and 100 silver coins made 1 gold coin, making a gold coin worth 1 million yen. The average monthly income of the locals was about 8 silver coins, and only a few city residents ever traded in gold coins. In the city, Shiro knew he needed to negotiate with the local authorities first. Before that, he decided to buy 10 more flowers from Anna. She was surprised but grateful, accepting the 30 coins and thanking him warmly. Following Anna's guidance, they made their way to the local government office. Shiro felt nervous as a foreigner, unsure of the potential difficulties he might face. As expected, meeting the manager made him anxious. The manager handed him a form to fill out with his name, hours of operation, and type of goods. Shiro was given options: street vendor, retailer, or shop owner. He quickly chose to be a retailer for 5 days at the rate of 10 coins per day, equivalent to 1,000 yen. He muttered to himself that it was cheaper than Tokyo's market rate of 3,000 yen per day, only to quickly close his mouth. Hearing this, the manager smiled and mentioned that the rate was set by the mayor, wishing Shiro good luck and success in his endeavors. Shiro and Anna left the government office, having efficiently completed all the necessary formalities in just about 15 minutes. Grateful for her assistance, Shiro thanked Anna warmly, and was ready to part ways. However, realizing Shiro's unfamiliarity with the local streets, Anna offered to guide him to the market, an ideal place for him to set up his stall. As they walked, Shiro pondered what he should sell. He sought Anna's opinion, and she suggested targeting the numerous tourists who frequently visited the city. She pointed to the distant forest teeming with monsters, a popular destination for adventurers seeking to gather various items. Shiro recalled seeing many people dressed like adventurers near the forest and felt lucky he hadn't encountered any monsters on his way. Anna then gave Shiro a comprehensive tour of the market. They first visited a lantern shop, then moved on to a store selling cloaks and sleeping bags, followed by a weapons shop, and finally, a vendor specializing in ropes. During their market tour, Shiro and Anna walked hand in hand, exploring every nook and cranny. Shiro couldn't help but notice Anna's thoughtful gestures and kindness, reflecting on how she would grow into an amazing wife. Her presence stirred in him a newfound desire to have a family of his own, sooner rather than later. Amidst these reflections, Shiro decided on the type of goods he would sell. The next morning marked the beginning of their venture. Anna resumed her usual routine of selling flowers, while Shiro set up his own stall. He carefully laid a cloth on the ground and neatly arranged his items, patiently waiting for his first customer. While Anna faced some challenges selling her flowers, Shiro's stall quickly attracted attention. A young man, intrigued by the unfamiliar item Shiro was selling, approached the stall. Shiro eagerly explained that what the man thought were simple paper boxes were actually matchboxes. He demonstrated their use by extracting a small wooden stick and striking it against the side of the box, producing a flame. The man's reaction was a mix of disbelief and amazement,